Good morning or good afternoon, Professor. In this first video of the course Professional Practicum, I'm going to explain an activity related to the first unit in which the topic is Rights and Responsibilities of Youth People. This activity is meant to be worked with 12th graders. First of all, before starting explaining my class, I want to give my opinion as a teacher regarding this topic and explain why I consider it's an important topic to be worked with 12-year students. As we know, 12th graders are students who are in a stage of their lives in which they will soon face a more real life as mature citizens at university and among society in general. Therefore, for this reason, I consider it's important for 12th graders to know some basic knowledge regarding rights and responsibilities of youth people. Because, after all, 12th graders are the next professionals who can change a society with their beliefs. Then, having said this, I will start explaining my class. The main objective of this class, which is related to the national curriculum, is students will be able to demonstrate comprehension of the importance of the social contribution to benefits, rights, and responsibilities of youth people in an oral form. So, as a first step, in the first activity, students will be asked to form groups of 4 to 5 students. Then they will be given a text about the role of youth for human rights. So students will have 10 minutes approximately to read the text. As a second step, after reading the text, all the groups will have 10 minutes to discuss the text. So in here, the groups have to give their opinions about the context of the text. They have to show agreement or disagreement with the content. And finally, the groups have to analyze which is the main idea of the text. As a third step, after that all the groups have analyzed the text, each group has to explain to the rest of the class which is exactly the main idea that the text is given. This activity will have the purpose to make the teacher sure that all the groups in the class were able to catch the main idea of the text. Just to mention, the main idea that the text is given is that in order for youth people to make a contribution to the enhancement of human rights, the social community has to make a contribution to educate the youth in terms of spiritual values. And for this third activity I have mentioned, students will have 10 minutes. As a fourth step, now all the groups have to create a digital poster using any kind of digital platform they would like. In here, the groups have to explain how the social community could actually make a contribution to educate youth in terms of spiritual values. And the groups have to explain how this would help the youth to make an improvement in terms of human rights in different areas. For this activity, the groups will have 20 minutes. As a fifth step, now all the groups have to present their digital posters with their arguments and thoughts. And the rest of the class will provide final comments, and the teacher will evaluate the quality of the arguments of each group. For this, the class will have 30 minutes. Now, this activity presented promotes interaction and communication among students who play the leading role in the class, because for this, students have to think critically in a group-based work. And finally, this activity presents advantages for learning because it is mainly focused on a real-life context topic to benefit a more real-life learning among students. So, Professor, This has been the presentation of my activity. Thank you so much for listening.